What's up, everybody?
My name is Anthony Irvin.
You beat yourself?
Yeah,
Yeah, CB myself.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm Jim Green. Don't even need to hit a fucking traffic light.
Okay, good.
Welcome to
One set.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the One Set Podcast. My name is Anthony Irvin, and we finally got back the one and only Jim Green. What's up, bro?
What's going on, man? I love the returns after 1 week absent or 2 weeks absence.
It's been 2 long weeks, dude.
Yeah, which
is too many weeks.
Right. So I appreciate that. I mean, so like we say 2 weeks, that's like 2 episodes not on, which is actually 3 weeks, 3 full weeks in between recording together.
Pretty
which, like,
much, yeah.
This is the time that Anthony and I get to like really talk to each other. We do text practically every day, unless if like we have life things happening and like we barely get to catch up in a day, and then we pick up for it the next day.
Yeah, I would say like out of those 3 weeks, there was maybe just about like a week within that, like we didn't really talk as much because you were in the middle of studying, you had your tests going. I had like, post Grayson's party, doing all that stuff, and then then we're thinking about the snowstorm last week and getting all that stuff prepared. And so like you said, we were texting the whole time, just with me at work and you were studying and all that. We were just kind of like we would talk here and there, and then we would catch up here. But yeah, this is like our time to just get everything out, catch up, and just we were looking forward to getting back. Like I was saying last week, I knew Jim was going to be back, and we were going to start our series. So everybody who is been looking forward to it, this is our first episode of our Road to Wrestlemania series. So we're going to do a small prediction of the Royal Rumble this weekend, and which is being hosted in Saudi Arabia. Which, one thing I want to talk about first is the fact that this stadium was built within a month. That's crazy to me.
So I didn't even know that was a thing until like a few days ago.
I thought it was AI, because everything I see in the internet these days, I'm like, that has to be AI. Like, well, it's the AI has been going crazy around. So I'm like, there's no way that they built a full stadium in a month. But then when you think about it, well, it is Saudi Arabia. I mean,
so I mean, number one,
the dude's got money. He probably was like, here, just build a whole brand new stadium just for this.
I mean, your whole algorithm is probably AI because your name is Anthony Irvin, right? So, like,
I mean, they probably like, yeah, well, he likes that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, he's got AI literally written all over him. Right?
Why not? Just throw it at him, Yeah. Hey, you might like this. Like,
Oh, you are kidding me. I'm flagged, spilling my non-alcoholic beverage on my brand new. This is the shirt that you get when you pass your first.
Yeah, man. Tell them about it. Tell them the good news.
Man,
I'm stoked. Congratulations, bro.
Thank you. Yeah, I am spilling NA beer on this. Well, it's a little poetic, right? I'm not going to jump all super far into that, but this shirt, like the back of it says passed the FAA written exam general. So you have to take 3 written exams and then 2 oral and practical exams. This is the first of 3 written tests that I have to take for the FAA to get my job with the FAA as an aviation maintenance technician, aka aircraft mechanic. Yeah, since like day 1 of school, the teacher said, you want to get one of those shirts as soon as you can. As soon as you finish block 4, the courses are separated every 5 weeks as a block. After the 4th one, which my first week not being on this go around for the podcast was to take my block 4 final. And then last week I was on because I was studying for this exam that I took today. Which is like, I'm not going to get into the story of all of that. It's
right.
bottom line is I took the test today and and literally airplanes.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So the way it works is the better that you do on the written exam, the less questions you're asked on the oral exam. So I was like, I don't want to have to answer that many questions on the oral exam.
Exactly.
Let me try to nail this as best I can. And teachers all have told us, like, nobody gets 100 on this thing. You're getting 60 questions out of a pool of like 1,500 questions.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what you're going to get. So like having the answer to everything, and they pull questions from decades ago that like nobody can even study for. It's just like, they don't let you get 100 on this thing.
It's just a big random, thing. Yeah.
Some people get a lot of math on it, which I was pulling it for. I had like 3 math questions and anybody could answer them. And that's not just me saying that. I was like, they looked at my high school and college transcripts and knew, don't give that guy math. And I was like, y'all can suck it. Okay.
You can suck it. Literally. Some Valley, he don't know math.
So, I mean, I got 5 wrong, which is a 92, and all of my teachers that I caught up with after were like, the best we've heard anybody here get is a 95. So like 92 is seriously like great job, and like you took it at the right time. You did everything we told you, which was take it as soon as you could, as soon as you can take it. Try to get it done, because now that stuff is behind me and I can focus on literally the next 8 months of school stuff, because my next written exam will be in October. So I guess 9 months. But at any rate.
Yeah, even then, I mean, you don't want to put that much more pressure on you. I mean, you might as well take it while you have all that stuff fresh in your mind. And then, like you said, you don't have to worry about it. And then now from here all the way up until you take your next one, then you can just filter everything from there. At least you don't have to go back all the way back from like August of last year trying to remember stuff. So I would have thought of doing the same thing. And I don't know how anybody else doesn't think of, I'm just going to take the whole course and then try to take a whole big exam at the end. I would never retain all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the first one in my class to take this test. So like,
I was going to say, were there anybody else in your class that took it? So you were the only one then?
I mean, unless someone took it and just never told anyone they took it, maybe they took it and failed. Like, nobody else in the group chat has said anything. And people, since I told them today that since people found out I was taking it today and afterwards, they're like, what kind of questions? And I'm like, I can tell you what I got. You might get a completely different pool of questions. So like, you just got to know as much as you possibly can. If you didn't study along the way, you've got a lot of stuff to look at on top of what you're learning now. If you don't have a job, you'll be fine. If you work full time, I don't know what you're gonna do, man. Like, dude.
Now, did they give you like a final score, or did they just say you passed?
Yeah, I got a 92. Like, dude, 92 out of 100. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So out of 60 questions, I got 5 wrong. So
that's awesome.
So they don't tell you which questions you got wrong. But you get, basically each question comes with a code, and that code pertains to specific content material. So those codes, as soon as I got home, I looked them up and I was like, okay, I know these 5 things I need to study for my oral exam.
Gotcha.
You need a 70 to pass. So the people that barely pass the written exam have like almost 30 questions that they have to answer in the oral exam. And I'm like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Like, who wants to have 30 questions to answer in the oral exam?
Now, out of those 5 questions that you got wrong, were any of them like a question that you were like, I wish I would have picked that answer, or like were they most of the ones like, oh yeah, I just didn't know it and I was really just guessing?
So like and this is what I'm telling everyone is like, I don't remember all 60 questions that I ran into, right?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
But there are like of the codes that I looked up and the subject material, there is one that I'm like, I know what that question was, and when I read it, I was like, okay, I have no idea what this is asking.
Gotcha.
But like I'll be able to go ask my electricity teacher that tomorrow and be like, I have a work, power, force, and motion. That's a physics question. And I'm like, if I got that wrong, it's because of the way that they worded it, because they word things differently to throw you off, right?
Yep. Hated when people did that in the test. Like they would teach you one way and then they just totally like rewrite it in the same way, like you said, just to throw you off. You're like,
Yeah.
eh.
You like of the software that has all the practice questions on it, like I've drilled them, I've memorized a good amount of them, and I'm like, okay, I'm memorizing keywords in the questioning and keywords in the answering and having like a base understanding of it. But if the question is in an obscure way, I'm like, but you know, whatever I did, only getting 5 wrong and knowing these are the specific areas I need to study and I have 9 months to do it, like I'm not mad about it.
Right. So then you said the questions you get wrong are going to end up in your oral?
Yeah. So the questions I got wrong, those codes are associated with specific like content material. Like this one code is protective devices, including fuses, circuit breakers, and current limiters. So basically, I need to study all of those things, like all 3 of those things, which is not a lot of stuff, but like just need to know the ins and outs of that so that when the
at least then you'll kind of like know what to study for the oral exam, even though it's like stuff you got wrong, but at least you know that, okay, well, if it's something I got wrong, you're going to get retested for. You just have to, go back and make sure you definitely, understand what you got wrong to make sure when you have to, orally talk about it, you know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And I only have these 5 things that I really need to zero in on for that. And like, I feel pretty good about that.
Like you were saying earlier, like you can only imagine like if you like had like 10 questions that you got wrong, now you have to memorize all 10 of those things. At least you only got like 5 or 6, and that's at least not that bad.
Yeah, some people get like, I've heard people saying like, oh yeah, I got a 75, I got an 80. I'm like, you have 20 to 25 different subject areas to study for your oral exam. No, thank you.
I mean,
like,
even if you do that for the next 2, I mean, you got like 15 to 20 for an oral. I mean, and you said there's 2 orals or 3?
There's 2. There's 3 written exams. So the first one I took today, the oral exam for the last, like everything that I've done up to here, it actually gets added. It's a part of the whichever first exam that you take your oral for, they put them together. So there's only 2 oral exams. So if I do really good on my next written test, like my oral exam is going to be like 10 minutes long and that's it. And that's like max. And then they're going to be like, okay, now do this, like do a handful of these procedures. And then after that, I will be a licensed airframe mechanic. So I'll be able to do maintenance work on the exterior of the airplane. And then I'll do another 6 months of school. I'll do the power plant, which is all the engine stuff. I'll do the power plant written exam, and then I just have to do the oral exam for the engine and whatever the practical exam is for that, which I might have to literally do mechanic work inside the engine, which like I can't wait for that stuff, dude. Like I cannot wait. I cannot wait to learn how to do that stuff, because then like I'll be able to work on cars. Like I'll know the ins I'll know the ins and outs of like auto mechanics and
and then I can just start taking my car to you.
Absolutely. I mean, legit. My one teacher, he has a truck that he has rebuilt the entire engine. He showed it to me. He showed it to me, and I was like, "So, going to this school taught you how to do that?" He's like, "I mean, I kind of knew a little bit about cars before, but oh yeah." And I was like, I want to build a car. Okay.
I want to build a I want to build a car.
I want to build a car.
That's awesome, man.
I want to build a house and I want to build a car.
That's awesome, man. I'm proud of you. Congratulations on killing the first one, and yeah, knew you were gonna do awesome. So
thank you.
Like I said, all these studying pays off. So
I can't wait to talk about it when I'm done school, like about the journey, like just the 5 months that I've been in now, like, and I have another 16 months to go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to talk about it.
Yeah,
it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, life-changing stuff. Like, just to think back in May of 2025, none of this was a thing, and like I was still trying to find my way. I was in a better place than like a year ago. I mean, any rate, like after 2024, everything started moving up and up, and everything is not everything, but most things are good.
Yeah, man.
It's good to be on the podcast with you. Thanks for letting me share some of that. And I mean, that's the first time I know episode 200, I kind of like
introduced it a little bit,
talked about what I was going to school for, but haven't really talked too much about it. So maybe here and there along the way, I'll open up a little bit more about it. But
definitely,
dude, we were on the road to WrestleMania.
Yes, we are.
And amidst like this studying and all that, I have tried to keep up with the wrestling stuff, and yeah, I mean, that's the thing about the Rumble, right? Is like you can pretty much pinpoint it's either gonna be this or that person winning the Rumble, like minus, okay, randomly Brock Lesnar came back entrant number 30 and won the Rumble, right? Like that was a few years ago. Like I don't think we're gonna get something like that. I'd have to look at the current list right now of who's in each Rumble, but like based on what's going on television, usually they're telling a story that builds up to it's going to come down to these two people, right? Like, so it was last year, right? Was it last year?
I'm not sure.
I'm trying to think. Okay, Jey Uso won the Rumble. So like,
Jey Uso.
Okay, Jey Uso last year was a surprise, right? Like, I mean, based on
it was definitely a big swerve.
Based on, okay, Cena was in the Rumble, and we were like, this Rumble is stacked. And then people were complaining that Jey Uso got the win, and I was actually good with it. I was like, wow, they gave it to like someone that should get the Rumble win to help elevate them, right?
And like we were saying at the time, Cena didn't necessarily have to win the Rumble. There was also the Elimination Chamber, and this was his farewell tour, and it was obviously to the point where he was giving other people opportunities, and he had a lot of matches that he won, had some that he lost, but for him to give the win to Jey was just showing that obviously he saw something in Jey to give him the push into it. And we all saw the whole thing from last year with him winning at Mania. But this year, honestly, I don't see there really hasn't been as much hype around the Rumble. It's definitely been very slow, but and I hadn't had like any idea who I thought was gonna win up until last night or last Friday, and now I have at least a top 4 for the men's Rumble at least.
So, okay, so I'm just looking at this rundown real quick, and so like the men's Rumble match. Oh, yeah, it doesn't really give. Oh, it does outline who's in the match, who's announced for the match. Okay, so they have 15 out of 30 of the men's entrants announced, And this is as of Tuesday night at 11 p.m.
Yeah.
And they have...
And we still have Friday, which, you know, there's not too many more because I'm hoping, you know, we're going to get a couple returns. Like I was, you know, telling you, I would like to hopefully see like a Chad Gable return.
I've definitely been pulling all along for there to be a Chad Gable return.
Yeah, I think it's around that time. I'm trying to think who else might be another, you know, secret that, you know, I we would talk about Chris Jericho. That might be something, but again, that hype has kind of died down over the last couple months. Or last month, I'd say, instead of a couple months, I'd say the last month and a half. Like everybody was so big on Chris Jericho coming back, but now like it's kind of died down.
Well, I think that the thing is like there's no concrete, like his contract with AEW is done and he's out.
Yeah,
like that is still a thing. So like there's no definition or like there's no definitive like, oh
yeah,
he is definitely available, right?
Which I'm okay with. I'm glad that it's going, if it does happen, they kept it somewhat of a good secret because so many things get blown up and, you know, just because one person says something and then it just goes all over. I'm glad that if it is kept a secret and he is, you know, gonna be there, I'll be stoked. But you know, because every once in a while, like it's the last couple Rumbles, you know, everything's gets speculated and, you know, you hear, oh, well, this person's probably going to, this probably is going to happen. So everything gets predictable. So I feel like we haven't had any, you know, news things of like, oh, we've had from this source that he's definitely going to be in the Rumble. He's going to be a surprise entrant, or this person's coming back. He was in the Performance Center, or he was at Raw last night and stuff. So, I mean, for the women's side, it looks like I've been hearing a lot that Paige is going to return. And then I heard Caitlyn is going to return too. I'll probably be stoked more for Caitlyn.
I just, it's tough to say. Just like I didn't follow Saraya, just because I didn't follow AEW. Like I didn't hear of her being like, oh, this like giant megastar in AEW. Like I just heard like it was hype when she first got there. She won the title, and like that was really all that I heard about. I was like, okay, nothing unexpected there, right?
Kind of like all of the other superstars that moved over to from WWE to AEW. They had a big debut and then they kind of just went right into the path of everybody else. They just got mixed in with everybody else, you know. Adam Cole, big one, Daniel Bryan, and they all just kind of eventually just molded into the system. Like there wasn't any breakout. Even CM Punk, you know, he had his times, but you know, he had controversial things, so you heard a little bit more about him. But you know, it seemed almost everybody is just kind of just molded into the system. You don't see anybody breaking out from WWE in there. We all thought Ricochet was kind of doing better in AEW, but again, I mean, we don't watch AEW, so you really can't say. But you know, they've all kind of been just in that like flow and really not breaking out with anything.
The only one is Moxley, right? Like he is like,
I would say he probably is the only one that has actually been doing
at the helm of like
he's one of the guys that's like at the top and has been staying at the top. I would say, yeah, like Moxley's probably the only one that probably benefited the most from AEW.
Sure, I can get behind that.
I would definitely say that was a guy. I totally forgot Moxley being it. Is he hurt or is he still on the roster?
I mean, again, like I don't super pay attention like that, but
yeah, I thought that something was telling me that he was hurt.
I do know like Daniel Bryan's been in and out. Adam Cole is like probably not gonna wrestle again. Like he's had like apparently real just scary health stuff that's like not going to allow him to continue wrestling, which is like a tragedy because I loved Adam Cole in the Undisputed Era in WWE. Like
Yeah, definitely.
He was one guy that when he left, I was like, yeah, that kind of hurts.
Yeah, that was definitely a sting.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I am just like curiously looking at this card again, like just half paying attention to Raw and SmackDown and stuff online to try to keep up.
Now looking at some of these names, I'm thinking my
top
top
four
four
is
might be changing.
So
Totally forgot about another 3 or 4 of these people in here.
all right, so let's talk about the 2 non-Rumble matches, and then
Yeah.
let's talk about the Rumble matches.
Let's
and
do that.
then let's try to predict the order of the card because there are only 4 matches, so it's like
Yeah.
let's try to finesse this. Let's try to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking on the Wikipedia site. They have the men's Rumble, the women's Rumble, Drew McIntyre and AJ Styles, Drew McIntyre and Sammy, and then AJ Styles and Gunther on their list. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's the card. That's just probably something that they did. But, we were talking off air, and yeah, like you said, like it'd be cool to kind of predict what we think the card's going to be. I mean, the last couple of years, it's always started with at least either one of the Rumbles. So, if they want to continue that, I'm probably going to say if they don't do the men's, they'll probably do the women's. But I would think that I would probably like to see a singles match before the women's Rumble, because it just depends. Because we've seen in the past that, if they do the women's before the men's, sometimes the women's can be a little dull, and then you have to pick everybody back up to before the men's Rumble. So.
Yeah, I forget if it was last year or the year before, but the women's Rumble was really good. I can't remember which one it was.
I would say it was not last year. It was probably the year before. Something tells me reason why I'm saying is because I think last year's was a little dull.
We were dog on that one.
I think so.
Okay. So I don't like the Rumbles next to each other. I would just say like if that were the case, it really just revolves around like what is the most important thing that they want to close the show with, which we're both kind of like in the agreement that like, okay, the AJ Styles retirement match is gonna go last. We're definitely like we definitely feel like AJ Styles is gonna retire.
Yeah.
Until I consider like a couple things, right? There's been talks of him getting into TNA and ending his career with TNA. This right here says if Sile loses, he will be forced to retire from in-ring competition. That's not retire from WWE, right?
True.
So if it were to retire from WWE, I'd be like, okay, he's done, and then he can go to TNA.
Yeah. It's just his way out of, ending his career with WWE, but still being involved, just going to TNA. Yeah.
Also, noteworthy, Gunther's in the Rumble. So, like, if Gunther's in the Rumble and then has that match later, then Gunther's already weak going into the match.
I did not know he was that he put himself in the Rumble.
I literally just saw it like right now, and I was like, So like that is certainly a way that you could say, okay, Gunther's losing, right?
Yeah. But the other half of me says, he's been put on as, that legend killer and, just ending people's careers. So, he killed Goldberg, he killed John Cena. What doesn't make it the fact that he's not going to end AJ Styles' career this weekend?
Yeah, I mean,
and the fact that how AJ was acting, I still have to watch that intro, but the way he was acting in the main event on Monday just goes to show he knew that it was probably gonna be his last Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, I'm like, apparently Shinsuke had tweeted something that led, and then was later deleted, that led people to believe like, oh my, I'm like, this all could be a work. It could all be a work. they could just be working us, and we are all just like, oh my God, AJ Styles is 100% retiring. No wonder they're rushing the Shinsuke Nakamura match. No wonder they rushed that CM Punk match. And I'm like,
Yeah.
it could be a work.
Because they were saying that his contract was up next month. So that's why, they're pushing everything. Again,
I mean,
speculation. I only heard it through one source. So, and that source just being a Facebook page. So I'm,
AI. Yeah.
AI again. Yeah. So, usually if I see just one, thing
One
posted about
source.
that, I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's probably not true. Just somebody clickbaiting, but, who knows? It could just be like another, R-Truth situation. It could just be another Mark Henry situation. They say, oh, he's ending his career, and then all of a sudden, he's back in the game. So, but if anything entails of how he was acting on Monday, he would definitely seem like he was, kind of saying goodbye to the, being that it was his last night on Monday Night Raw, and how you were saying that, with Finn Balor interrupting the match could set up AJ to face Balor
At SmackDown
this Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Because I also heard, we're like getting another AJ and Finn Balor match, but I mean, if it doesn't happen, I mean, it's not much of a big deal, but Finn has definitely been, seems like they've been planting the seeds for Finn to, look like he's definitely going to be moving away from Judgment Day.
Yep.
Within
Finally.
a couple months. So,
I mean, if anything, it looks like it's going to be him and Dominic Mysterio at WrestleMania. Finally.
Yeah.
Finally. I mean, that stuff's been brewing for over a year now, and I get it. They're all about long-term storytelling, and it's like, I thought that Bronson Reed got suspended so that they could keep him away from the Rumble, because if he was in the Rumble, it was almost like an automatic shoe-in. Okay, Bronson Reed is winning the Rumble, right?
Yeah.
And then last night, all of a sudden, he's in the Rumble, and then now everybody in the division's in the Rumble, right?
And, speaking of the suspension, there's another guy he's not on there, but, you got to expect that LA Knight's going to be on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and again, I think my whole top four is just blown. So it's just going to be a whole brand new thing probably at this point.
Yeah. I mean,
I still like it, but I think some of them might be out, but yeah.
Apparently something I read like a week ago, and again, everything changes, right? The whole story is being built for Drew McIntyre to be defending the WWE Championship. It sure seems like against Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu in a triple threat at WrestleMania, right? Like, so in my head, that is the WWE title match, and I mean, it feels like it's going to be CM Punk defending against Bronson Reed at WrestleMania, and give us Bronson Reed and Jacob Fatu as just this like new era, new generation, pretty much like Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, both winning the titles at WrestleMania 20. That was 20, I think. That sounds right. I'm pretty sure.
So, something definitely tells me I think Austin Theory and Braun Breaker are going to get into it somehow. Because, coming into it, Austin Theory had some type of, thing about him that he wants to be the top guy too. Braun Breaker being that he knows he's the number one person in the division. But I think Austin wants to, take that top spot. So I think he's probably they're gonna lay some seeds with that. Like, it could be just like, oh, Austin Theory tries to, take out Braun Breaker, doesn't successfully do it. They have a stare down, blah, blah, blah. But then it gets broken up. There's always some type of situation like that during the Rumble. I think we're probably going to get, because that could eventually be a WrestleMania match, Austin Theory and Braun Breaker, or Bronson Reed might be in it too. It could be something like that, or it could be Austin Theory and Logan Paul, something like that.
I also could see if Seth Rollins is good to go, and of course this all depends.
Yeah.
But I feel like they might have written Braun Breaker off of TV because they were awaiting to see Seth's progress.
True.
We could get Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed versus Seth Rollins and Austin Theory in a tag match. But that just kills the vision all around, right? Like, I don't like that. Like, I don't love it, but
yeah, because you can sell it as the fact that Seth like planted Austin in there to keep the vision in line and everything, and now blah 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 blah. So now, but then it's almost like you just split it up, just like the bloodline. It's like two visions at this point now. So
Yep, kind of annoying. And then Logan Paul's just like, okay, Seth's back, and I'm going to go back to doing my own thing right now.
Yeah. So where do I go? Like,
I don't have Sami Zayn winning the WWE title here.
No, definitely not. I thought he was in the Rumble. I thought he was in the Rumble. Then I'm like, definitely he's going to be facing Drew. So that would be impossible for him to be in the Rumble and then have to try to fight Drew. So I mean, I'll be gunning for Sammy, but I don't think he's going to get it.
Nah, and I think that Sammy has cooled off so much. It's like they're trying to book him in ways that are getting him over, and I don't know if he's just not delivering, or maybe they're not giving him good enough creative to really help facilitate people getting behind him again.
He's like the other LA Knight. They keep giving him these opportunities, but they never make him win.
Yeah.
They give him the opportunity, but then it's like, it's that one promo that just cuts the whole vibe.
Yeah.
Like, we just need you to do this promo without messing up, and we will give you that title.
Yeah.
And it's just the one blur, one botch, and he's like, God, Homer, don't.
Whoopsie. Yeah, I really kind of foresee Sami Zayn if he's gonna win the big title, and I know this is so far away, but we're talking WrestleMania 43 in Saudi Arabia in 2027.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's Sami finally getting the world title win on the grandest stage of them all in Saudi Arabia, which loves Sami Zayn, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, this is a little far-fetched, but like, if Kevin Owens can get back and can be healthy, you get the title on Kevin Owens and you let Kevin Owens drop the title to Sami Zayn. Like,
I think that would be the only way Sami gets it.
Yeah, unless
I can't see him getting it off anybody else.
Unless like Trick Williams just so happens to get the title between now and then, and it's like, oh, they've been building this feud since January of 2026. It's been over a year. Like,
yeah, I think that would be the only way. Like, you just get the final match, because if Kevin Owens is coming back for one last run to be like, oh, okay, well, I had a very big scare, but this is my last run. I can't, risk anything more. I'm just going to give it one more, blah, blah, blah. He gets going, has one more big match with Sammy, and gives Sammy the rub. That's the only way I can see Sammy kind of, being on top with that.
I mean, and that's like kind of fantasy booking, but also like,
it's more on the fantasy booking side for sure.
Yeah, well, that's like,
come on, give it to us.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, I would be surprised if Sami Zayn never wins the WWE Championship. But
the Charles Barkley at WWE.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So we have Drew McIntyre retaining.
Definitely.
AJ Styles versus Gunther. I'm just gonna say, as much as we've been like, as much as it's been like, AJ Styles is definitely retiring. I will just go out on a limb here and just put my money on something. Something tells me Gunther is not winning this match somehow. Him being in the Rumble is telling. That's like, okay, if the men's Rumble goes on before their match, he is going to be weakened.
I think it depends on how he does and what happens to him in the Rumble.
Yeah.
Then I would say, yeah. But at this point, I'm going to say I just can't not say that Gunther's not going to lose. I would think.
So AJ Styles
is going to be
AJ's
retiring.
last match. Like,
I think this is everything just points to that this is going to be his last match. Yeah. I like your theory that it doesn't necessarily mean he's done with WWE. It's just running him off the main card, and then he goes to TNA, and then he just finishes out his career at TNA, does another small little thing down there. It's cool because then he kind of gets 2 farewell tours in a way. But I think he's going to be done. Unless it writes him off, he rewrites another small contract, and he comes back and faces Gunther again or something. But I think he's done this weekend. Yeah,
I mean, everything on Raw last night pointed to exactly that. Yeah. I mean, his how he was in that intro, dude looked like he was about to break down in tears, and I was like,
and we've seen the waterworks from people, and then it just kind of like flips the other way. But yeah, I mean, not many people, if it's been speculated that their career's gonna be, done pretty soon, we've seen the point that like, yeah, this is just raw emotion. This isn't acting.
Yeah.
So
I mean, and if
I'm gonna go with AJ is gonna be taking the loss, and this is his final match.
Yeah. And I'm cool with the split, and I'm cool with being wrong on this one, like, because I'm kind of literally just saying it like, let's just have a split on one thing, right?
We always have at least one or two, so I'm definitely fine with splitting on that.
Yeah. Because like Sammy's not winning the match after Drew just got the title, and he's.
Yeah, you got to give Drew some time. I mean, Christ, he literally had it and then lost it in 5 minutes. We got to, and then he had it when nobody was even watching. So we got to give him a little bit of flowers at this point.
At least let him hold the title through Mania season, right?
Yeah, I mean, even if he loses it at SummerSlam, at least he had it for a little while. But yeah, we can't let him have one of his first title defenses to be a loss, especially to Sami Zayn.
Legitimately in the same month, and to Sami Zayn, I don't think so.
No.
Let's just scroll through the women's rumble. There's 17 women entered. We've got Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Roxanne Perez, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Bayley, Lyra Valkyria, Asuka, Chelsea Green, Jordan Grace, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax, Lash Legend, Julia, Maxine Dupree, and Becky Lynch.
I can tell you for one thing who's not going to win. Say the name in 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Maxine Dupree. Okay.
same thing. Okay. Both of them are not winning. Yeah.
They're out.
That would have been my second guess, Maxine Dupree.
I mean, honestly, I think Liv Morgan's winning the Rumble. I mean, that, like, she's.
I'll put my money on her. Definitely, trying to think who else. Liv Morgan's definitely up there. I'm not even putting Charlotte Flair in there because I think she's definitely like how Becky is and Bayley. They've had their time. They're just pretty much just filling out everybody else. So I don't think Charlotte Flair's winning. Obviously Becky, it doesn't need the win. Alexa Bliss is not really in a title picture type of thing right now, unless this is something that Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, this is their breakup moment. But
like the only way Charlotte Flair is winning is because they want to do Jade Cargill versus Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. Like that
would be one of the only reasons. Yep.
And that is like they're really holding out for Naomi to return, and like is Bianca Belair not cleared yet? Like, I guess. I think Bianca Belair is definitely a surprise entrant in the Rumble.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that as a surprise.
Bianca Belair, AJ Lee, 100%, because Becky Lynch is in the Rumble. We're getting Becky
Definitely
Lynch versus AJ Lee at WrestleMania.
Let me see.
I'm trying to think of the other women who are out. Didn't one of the women go out in the Rumble last year, like with a bad injury? Like, we were all watching that at your place, and
Yeah,
she took a nasty.
I know somebody did.
I forget
who.
Not Ivy Nile.
No.
Tegan Knox.
Maybe. Yeah.
Someone on that playing field.
Yeah.
They had a real bad injury, and it's like, yeah, we ain't going to see her for a long time. Bailey and Lyra Valkyria, yeah, they just need to have their match on Sunday Night Heat, and nobody cares.
Yeah, just off my TV. Yeah.
Seriously. Saturday morning Velocity.
I mean, I can see Chelsea Green making a big impact, even though she really usually does. She kind of gets a lot of hype. I can see her going a little bit further this year.
Going deep. Yeah. I mean, she's on TV every week. Like, you can tell creative loves having her on TV.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Nia and Lash Legend collectively go far. I do have to say, finally, they're trying to do something with the women's tag division, and make it important. It's just you're putting all of these technically single stars together and trying to make them a tag team, and it's like, I will say the women's tag title match at Saturday Night's Main Event, outside of like the botched Rhea Ripley breaking up the 2 count or breaking up the pinfall, that match is really good, and Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez worked like a tag team. It was really good.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, there's no definitive tag teams in that division. Like you said, they're kind of just putting singles people together, see what works. But the division is just as small, so you kind of have to just work with what it is. But and it's tough because you can bring a lot of people up from NXT, but then you still need people down there to give them their product. So, because there's a lot of great women in the NXT product as well.
Yeah.
So, and again, you might see some of them in the Rumble, which I can't really think of anybody right now, but because I haven't really watched NXT and seen anybody coming up from there lately, but there's always room for NXT, members, just like for the men's, that we'll definitely get a couple.
I mean, Blake Monroe is probably going to be in because she's like a huge name, right?
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's the blonde chick, right?
She came from AEW, right?
Right. I think so.
I am not spelling this right in my Google search whatsoever.
I mean, I'm looking forward in the men's department. Oba Femi, debuting for the Rumble. That's hopefully he, gets a good, debut with it, and because, he's a beast. So hopefully they give him a little bit of a good start.
I was kind of waiting to talk on Oba until shall we just say Liv Morgan for the Women's Rumble?
Yeah, because I really can't.
I can't
see
think of
anybody
anyone else
unless which is very, very rare, that they're gonna pull somebody on a limb who's returning, like a Bianca Belair type thing. But I don't even think she is. I mean, that she'd, you could have her returning, and then you get the Jade Cargill thing. Oh, I remember what happened almost a year ago that nobody really even remembers. But Yeah, I would say Liv Morgan's probably going to win.
Yeah, if it's not Liv, it's Bianca Belair to go after Jade Cargill, right?
So, I think we've moved away from Rhea Ripley getting her wins. I mean, she's fine with kind of being not really in the main event card right now. So I think she definitely is probably one of those last remaining 5 people. But I at the end, it's probably going to be between like, Roxanne and Liv.
Yeah, and I don't feel like they're gonna do the Charlotte Flair Jade Cargill thing because Charlotte Flair is wrapped up with Alexa Bliss. Like I feel like that's got to fall apart first, right?
Definitely, 100%.
All right, let's talk about the men because
yep,
it's actually tough. Like you said, your top 4 just blew way out of the push, like way out of water.
Yep. There's maybe 1 or 2 that were in my top 4 that are probably still in there, and one of them who is not listed and may not be on there because from Monday they were saying since the Rumble's full, he wasn't going to be in there, was Finn Balor. But I still think with that, he's going to get in there somehow, some way.
I think that is just there for the sake of being there, and somehow Finn's going to wind up in the Rumble. Like somebody's going to get taken out.
Yep.
Maybe, just going to put this out there, maybe Gunther gets injured in a match with AJ, injured storyline, and then Finn Balor gets slid into Gunther's spot.
Yeah.
Because other than, okay, Gunther retires AJ Styles and then goes in the Rumble and then gets eliminated by Brock Lesnar or something like that, right?
Yeah. So I think Balor's definitely going to, make his entrance in some type of way. And he is one of my top people to win, if so.
Yeah, my thing with Obafemi in the Rumble is like, he's got to go deep, right? Like he's got to go far.
He's got to make an impact. I don't think he'll be, top 5, but he's definitely, maybe.
He might break the record for most Rumble eliminations just to be like, okay, this guy off the gate
I would like to see that. That would be great, yeah.
is a beast, right?
Yeah, he's got to put up numbers.
I want to see that. I want to see that big
yeah.
time. And
that would be Kane's record, right? Like 11 or 12 eliminations or something.
I think Roman Reigns beat that record.
No, he probably did.
Let me just look it up real quick.
And again, speaking of Roman, I'm not even thinking Roman, even though he's returning to be back in the Rumble. I'm like, I think he's past his time too. I don't think he needs to win the Rumble. He could be in the Elimination Chamber too, but
that to me is if they just decide, okay, we need a marquee match, give us CM Punk with the world title against Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
It's right there. Like if they don't want to do CM Punk giving the title to Braun Breaker at WrestleMania, because like that was definitely talked about as like, oh, let's give Braun Breaker his coronation as he's the future of the company. You could do CM Punk versus Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania and bill it. Like, why not? It's a huge match, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, okay, what do you do from there? You're going to do Obafemi versus Braun Breaker? I would want to see that. I still think that they're trying to keep Braun Breaker and Jacob Fatu away from each other because they're going to save that for years later. They're both super young. They have time, and they're only going to get bigger and crazier from here.
Another one that could be another surprise entrant, which again I heard, but I can sort of see, would be Braun Strowman. Not saying he's gonna win, but
I literally was thinking this the other day. Like they got to bring him in for a one-off for the Rumble, dude. And
so if we're talking Obafemi, I would love to see Strowman and Oba just go at it.
Yep.
That would, and Oba has to take out Strowman,
and
that would be an awesome first feud for him.
Yeah, and give us. Yeah, or I mean, like, Oba has the most eliminations, and then Braun Breaker eliminates him, and then give us Obafemi versus, or who did I say, Braun? Braun Strowman. There's so many Brauns.
There's too many Brauns at this point.
So brawny.
Brawny.
Give us Obafemi versus Braun Strowman at WrestleMania. Like, just give us a monster match.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the monster match.
The monster match. Yeah.
Boo this man.
Yeah, we haven't had like a big man type match like that in a long, long time. So yeah, give me that all day. That would be great.
I mean, we did have like Brock Lesnar versus Omos, right? Like that match did happen, I think,
it
right?
did, but it was weak. I mean,
or we have Braun Strowman versus Omos too, right? And again,
we did, but I mean, Omos was just slow. I mean, you gotta think Oba is like way more athletic than Omos was. So, and Strowman's way more athletic than was. So it's almost like, you know, you can only do so much. So yeah, give me that matchup any day. So hopefully that comes to something. You know, we got LA Knight. I can see him returning and making it decent because, you know, if anything, if you're thinking kind of like the Bianca Belair type of situation, you could get LA Knight coming in and just making it all the way and winning. And then, you know, him finally getting, you know, a moment for himself. But does he pick CM Punk or does he pick, who's the other champion?
Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre.
I just think there's too much stock in Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes. And now Jacob Fatu in the mix, but
I would probably think LA Knight would go with CM Punk anyway.
Yeah, because there's
like you said, Cody's gonna be definitely pulling towards Drew.
With Drew, yeah.
So I would think LA Knight would, you know, go the easy route instead of, you know, trying to get into a triple threat situation and just go with CM Punk.
I will say this, okay. I don't want to see Cody Rhodes win the Royal Rumble. I don't want to see it.
Not for number 3.
He doesn't need a Rumble win. Like,
nope. I'd rather see him win the Elimination Chamber if it had to be one of those two. But yeah, definitely not the Rumble.
And I would rather Roman Reigns win the Rumble a second time, given his first time, everyone booed him out of the building at Wells Fargo Center.
Yeah.
We were there live and saw it, right? And
yeah, if it came down to both of those, I would definitely be gunning for Roman to win.
Yeah, and with where Roman is now, like, let Roman get the Rumble win and everybody go nuts over it. Like, why not? By the way, Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar hold the record for most eliminations in a single WWE Royal Rumble match with 13 each. Strowman set his record in a 50-man match, while Lesnar achieved his in a standard 30-man. Okay.
Oh, that's easy.
30 men in a 50-man match. Okay, come on.
Right. Again, just, you know, trying to make him big at the time because they were trying to just force that so much, but and then they just dropped it.
And they were like, everybody hates that we're in Saudi Arabia, but we're here for at least 10 years.
Yeah. We kind of had to sign that contract.
It's now been 12 years. My goodness. Blood money.
Blood.
Blood. Okay, let's say who is not winning the men's Royal Rumble. Ready? Obafemi, not winning, not yet. He's going to get a lot. And
Penta, not winning.
Nope.
Dragon Lee, not winning.
Javon Evans, just
definitely
not yet. Austin Theory, Bronson Reed,
Braun Breaker's up there.
I mean, Braun Breaker, I thought he was suspended, so he wasn't in the Rumble. He came back last night, is now in the Rumble, and I'm like, oh, My, how the turntables, right?
How the turntables.
I mean, Logan Paul in the matches.
Like I said, I think something's going to happen between, because you got all of the vision in there. Something's bound to happen with one of those guys trying to make a move.
Yeah.
And as if it had to be, I think Austin Theory is going to set that first, thing with it. He's going to try to do something. But I think Braun Breaker's going to be the last one standing out of that vision thing. So if I had to go with like a top 4, if Finn Balor's in the Rumble at some point, I would say Finn Balor, Braun Breaker, Roman Reigns,
Cody Rhodes.
And if it's that, I am going to go either Finn Balor or Braun Breaker. But if Finn Balor's not in there, then definitely Braun Breaker. I think he's got the most, thing if they want to, try to do the whole he's the future. So they need to, put some type of message on him that, we're putting stock into this guy. So he needs to win this in order to, keep that title going of, he's the future. We're looking to the future with this guy. So I would think Braun Breaker is definitely going to be, within those top 2 to be winning.
I'm just thinking about WrestleMania in Vegas in general, right? We had Cody Rhodes versus John Cena last year, right?
Oh, yeah, and I forgot about LA Knight. But, I don't know. Either it's going to be LA Knight coming in and returning and getting there, or Finn Balor getting in there and then getting in. So it's either going to be one of those two gunning for that Braun Breaker spot.
Jey Uso won the Rumble last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, I mean, they gave it to an up-and-coming star last year, right? So it's like, are they going to give it to Braun Breaker, who's an up-and-coming star? Like, are they trying to give it to another next-generation talent? Or is it going to be Roman Reigns?
Right. I mean, we've seen that they've made decisions at the last minute. So they could have somebody, destined like that morning, but then they change it right then and there, like before the match. So you never know.
I don't know. I mean, I read something that was like Roman Reigns' WrestleMania opponent will become evidently clear in the Rumble. So like basically whoever eliminates Roman Reigns, which if Roman Reigns isn't winning it, right?
That's kind of how like it was last year. I mean, they kind of had it was Punk, Seth, and Roman had that situation, and that would spark their Mania thing last year. So,
right. So if they pivot away from Braun Breaker versus CM Punk at WrestleMania because like maybe it's just not a big enough match for WrestleMania, right? Like they did Gunther versus Jey Uso last year and people were like, it's okay, but like it is not Cody Rhodes versus John Cena, right?
No.
And so like
Cody, all in all, because I think just Jey Uso lost so much spark near the end of it, and he had to be, like told it, we're setting a fire under you to get us to this match. Like you are literally just botching out here every night.
So we're talking TKO here, big money matches, WrestleMania in Vegas, giant ticket prices on the seats.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre.
Right.
And I say this because, like, do I think that they're both great workers? Sure.
Definitely.
Do I think they are top tier star power? I mean, I feel like Cody Rhodes Cody Rhodes, it just depends on who you ask. It depends on who you talk to. People will tell you he's the face of the company. He is definitely second to Roman Reigns, right?
100%.
100%. CM Punk versus Roman Reigns is a money match. People want to see that match, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, before Seth Rollins got injured, it was supposed to be Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
Yeah, definitely.
So, with that being said, is Seth Rollins returning at the Rumble to eliminate Roman Reigns? And are we getting that match without the title? I'm going to say no, because I feel like that match, for it to be as big as they want it to be, yes, it needs to be at WrestleMania, but it should be for the title.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be, though.
I think if Seth does come back, he has to do something with the Vision. Obviously, because there's too much stock in.
Yeah, and it's going to be tough to do with Roman Reigns being a part-timer. He's not there all the time, right?
So I don't think that would happen with Seth and Roman yet, just because he has more stock in, concluding what happened to him in the Vision. So either, he comes back and somehow that would be the biggest thing, is him eliminating Braun Breaker, but or costing him the match. He doesn't even get in the match. He just hear the flames and blah blah blah, and Braun Breaker thinking he's coming out, and it makes him lose the match.
I will say this. I feel like if Seth Rollins returns, I can't see him winning the Rumble. Like, I feel like, okay, this makes more sense. Seth Rollins, they would hold off based on, okay, if they think timetable-wise, he would be good to go for WrestleMania, or even for the Chamber, he could come back and win the Chamber and then go to face CM Punk for the world title at WrestleMania. That's a big money match. People will want to see it, right?
I would definitely... definitely Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Drew and Cody, like you said, it's okay, but definitely not a main event. It's a good co-headliner, match with something, but definitely not, main event,
marquee level match.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, it's good enough for a first night of WrestleMania main event, but definitely not your star Sunday night. This is the last match of the weekend. Like, all, chips are into this match. But I would definitely think Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Roman, but like you said, also CM Punk and Braun, that has a lot of backstory to it. So, I mean, Braun being the up and comer, and he's obviously pretty over with the crowd. Not like extremely over, but he's definitely, gaining it up there. But I would definitely think it's still not it's still just like a Drew and Cody, where it's a good first night main event.
Yes, so that's why I'm like, I don't love the idea of WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas, and you have Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre and CM Punk and Braun Breaker. Like, I don't feel like that sells enough.
Right.
At that point, who did we say? CM Punk and Roman Reigns. I mean, yeah, I can also see them doing Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker.
That would be another one.
I mean,
if you put Roman Reigns with anybody, it's going to be money.
But like, again, like, is CM Punk versus Finn Balor a big money match?
No.
See, that's like you and I being like pretty hardcore throwback wrestling fans. We would love that match to be at WrestleMania, but
yeah, when you think of it as a business standpoint, though, yeah. When you think of it, like, is it going to put people in seats?
Business standpoint, I think it's CM Punk versus Roman Reigns, dude.
If we're going that way, yeah, I would think your biggest, thing out of it, and like you said, even if you're thinking of an LA Knight and CM Punk, it still doesn't beat out Roman Reigns.
Who would make Drew McIntyre as WWE champion facing who would Drew McIntyre face to make the WWE World Title match a marquee match? Is it Brock Lesnar or has that time passed? Because if you're talking about COVID, WrestleMania 36, Drew McIntyre is chasing the WWE title with Brock Lesnar holding it.
Yep.
We now have it flipped, right? But like, you're not going to have Brock Lesnar win the Royal Rumble. Like, I mean, sure, you could do it, but like, people are gonna go over that.
Yeah. I mean, do you think we get him this weekend? Because if he's retiring at SummerSlam, he's going to either be coming back this weekend or something right after Mania.
Right. And we know Gunther's retiring him. Like, that's going to be the match because Gunther's...
That'll be, like, the craziest one.
Yeah, Gunther retiring Brock Lesnar.
That will be something. That's when I'll be like, they did that. That's insane. To me,
it's get Brock Lesnar the WWE title. Let Gunther beat Brock Lesnar for the title, and Brock Lesnar retires at SummerSlam.
That's
after SummerSlam.
Insane, dude, they even think that way.
Let Gunther hold the title, because at that point, he will have retired John Cena, AJ Styles, maybe Rey Mysterio, and Brock Lesnar. And then next year, let Obafemi beat Gunther for the WWE title, because I want to see that match.
Mm-hmm. I would definitely think a Gunther versus Obafemi would be a future, like, I'm not going to say sellout, but it would be a match you would want to see.
That people want to see. But if you take Obafemi out of that equation and you add Sami Zayn in, it also fits because they're going to Saudi Arabia next year. And you have a year to make everybody care about Sami Zayn like they did when he was in the Bloodline. They just have to figure out how to do that.
Yeah.
They just have to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that to me sounds like it could very well happen, but it's, how did we get Brock Lesnar with the WWE title? It's
right.
Oh, that's right. It's Brock Lesnar faces Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania and beats him.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
I mean, that's a marquee Drew McIntyre match, but then who does Cody Rhodes face? Jacob Fatu?
Jacob Fatu.
I mean, I want to see it.
Unless, they pull the thing with Cody and Roman again without a belt, because they've been, Roman made that statement months ago, like, hey, that belt would look better on me, but then he just lost it. So,
I could see that, because that would fit. That would follow the same format as it's Steve Austin and The Rock, right?
Yeah.
Because their third Mania match at WrestleMania 19, there was no title with that. That was just, okay, these two are the faces of the company. Who wins?
Right.
And the right person won. The right person won at 19. And the right person won at 15.
So if Cody doesn't win and Roman is still up in the air with stuff, you might as well just put them together and give them a non-title match at May, or you save that for next Mania in Saudi Arabia, because you know they're going to be pulling all the big matches out for next year.
Yeah. So that
So
being said, it's kind
you
of like
have to kind of save a couple big fantasy like matches for next year, because you know they want to save those for those people.
well, if you get The Rock wrestling in Saudi Arabia next year, which they're apparently ready to pay the most money ever to have The Rock wrestle at WrestleMania next year.
They're trying to get a lot of old timers. Like I heard Austin, I heard The Rock, I heard Taker and Shawn Michaels and all that. Like,
And
again, all
Yokozuna, who's
speculation.
dead.
Yeah, because Yokozuna is coming out of the grave. And I mean, yeah, I think they're going to be trying to build so much up for those people because they know they're getting a good paycheck out of it. But so
Now,
they have to kind of set some things up and give enough time to build those things up.
The Rock wrestling at WrestleMania 43, is it Roman Reigns or is it Cody Rhodes?
I'd rather it be Roman Reigns.
Yeah, just give us that match.
Give us the match we've all been waiting for. Let the final boss finally come back and, you know, just... And I don't want it to... I mean, you could do a triple threat between Cody, Roman, and final boss, but I would rather just be Roman.
I would rather just be one-on-one. Yeah.
Rather just be Roman and you know, The Rock. The Rock kind of, you know, twist everything, saying that, you know, with Roman and him are at it for a couple months, and I think that'll be great.
Can I tell you why it is going to be the triple threat with Cody in it? Because The Rock needs time to lay down outside of the ring and breathe. Like in all triple threat matches where somebody gets wiped out and then they're taking a nap.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why it has to be a triple threat match. Unfortunately, which sucks because like The Rock versus Roman Reigns, if you're going to tell us we never got that match, that's a shame. I mean, we never got The Undertaker versus Sting. And I hate that.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people are upset with that.
What else do we not get? The Undertaker versus The Rock at WrestleMania, I think, is one that we never got.
No. Which is very surprising.
Yeah. All right, who's winning the Rumble?
At this point, I'm saying Braun Breaker.
Okay.
I'm pretty, you know, set with the fact that it could be Braun Breaker.
Yeah, I think if you're doing these, if we're saying marquee matches at WrestleMania 43, are they really just going to give middle of the road Mania matches for 42? They might. I mean,
Yeah.
we're in a transitional phase where like all the old timers are like kind of on their way out.
Yeah.
Also,
I mean, if anything, this past Saturday with, you know, Randy Orton, you know, he didn't obviously get the win, and, you know, he's on borrowed time. A lot of the guys that are coming up from that era are making their way out, so that we don't have many more years with them. So they're kind of just giving their last little, you know, pieces. So, you know, Rey Mysterio is holding on like a like a twig.
yeah,
So-
I mean, he's getting injured left and right.
So he's already a Hall of Famer, so he doesn't have much else to prove unless they give him one more belt to run with. But again, if he's getting injured here and there,
I don't see it. I mean, if
I
anything,
don't see it happening.
it's just got to be either Dominic's got to give him his last match and call it, or
I think he's probably just waiting for that at this point.
yep.
When that time will come is when it will. I think Dom has to get through Finn first, and then depending on where they set after that, they can, you know, do the Dom and Ray farewell match where, you know, Dom gets the win over him, but somehow they hug it out at the end or something.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Is there any world where Roman Reigns, let's say Cody Rhodes eliminates Roman Reigns, and then let's say Jacob Fatu eliminates Cody Rhodes, then you can get Roman Reigns going after Cody Rhodes, and Jacob Fatu is basically going after Drew McIntyre for the WWE title. I mean, again, you have Braun Breaker going after CM Punk, and you have Jacob Fatu going after Drew McIntyre. It's like,
I mean, if anything, I would see the Drew McIntyre just being a triple threat between Cody and Jacob. If they still want to have those three, doing something, it's going to eventually be a triple threat.
Yeah, and then it's like,
I mean, how we were talking earlier of like, how do you take Cody and Drew, and then you have something like CM Punk and Roman, you can make Drew's match a triple threat to give it more stamina to it. It's still not going to be as good, but it'll make it that much better. So I think that's the only way you're going to be able to put a little bit more oomph into it, is if you make it a triple threat.
yeah, and I'm like, okay, what do you do with Roman Reigns? Is it Roman Reigns versus Chris Jericho at WrestleMania?
Yeah, I don't know if he does come back. I'm not sure who he eliminates to really kind of say, oh, that's going to be something he's going after.
I mean,
I'm not sure if he touches Roman, but then again, you know, it would be nice because, you know, Jericho has this aura around him that he's been playing over in AEW. He can bring that into a little bit of the WWE aspect, because, you know, then you get Roman with, you know, him and his family thing. And so it could work.
I think it's silly because they're both so over. It's like, who do the fans side with? I think the big money move with Jericho is Dominic Mysterio, but you can't even get to that.
Right.
Unless
you have a Jericho and LA Knight or something.
I mean, do you want people behind LA Knight or no? Like
I said, they keep trying to do whatever they can to kind of get him to that point. So it's like, let's just eat an old timer to him.
I know what we want to see. We want to see Chris Jericho versus Logan Paul.
You just made the list. Oh
man, this is good. You're picking.
I'm picking Braun. How about you?
I don't like this.
Me either. It's now that, you know, I came into this night thinking like, oh, I got these 4 people. This is gonna be good. I did my homework, and then after I'm like, oh, damn, I didn't even realize half these people were in there. So, yeah, I'm still okay with Braun. You know,
you're saying Braun Breaker. You know what? I'm going to go with my gut and say, like, what I thought of days ago. And I'm like, they're going to have it come down to somehow Jacob Fatu and Cody Rhodes both go out at the same time to set up the triple threat.
Okay.
And then we'll get Braun Breaker to win the Chamber.
Yeah, I think the Chamber is going to be pretty important this year, too. So
I love the Chamber. Like,
I think it's great because it gives you that second, you know, thing that if you don't win a Rumble, you got the second, you know, chance at the Chamber.
The Chamber was absolutely stacked last year, and I think it can be again.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's stack it again, because I think it's going to be another. I mean, you know, for the next year or two, it's going to be pretty stacked. So hopefully, yeah, we got. I think you go
Braun Breaker. I'm just going to say Jacob Fatu. I don't care.
Okay. No, I don't care.
I don't want Cody Rhodes winning or tying.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah. I don't think. I definitely do not think Cody's getting a third time out of this. I think he'll be there in the end, but I don't think he's going to get a third one.
I'm just going to say Jacob Fatu. Whatever. I mean, it might be wrong, and I'll just be like, I don't really care. That's who I want to win. So.
We just want a good Rumble. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's all that really matters. Dude, much longer than we anticipated. Let us wrap this one up, please.
Yeah, let's do that. We're always down to talk wrestling. It's been a while since we've had a long wrestling episode, but that's how this series goes. It can be short, or it can take us a little while because we usually sometimes go into a little bit of depth. Let us know if you like the in-depth more, or if you want us to kind of make them a little bit shorter. We can do that for you guys.
We will try.
We will try. We will try. What's some other content you guys want us to go around with this series? It's going to lead up all the way to Wrestlemania. We have a couple things in mind, but we want to make sure everybody's enjoying this.
I want my money, man.
I want my money.
Sorry.
But if you want to be talking outside of the episodes with us, Jim, let everybody know where they should be hanging out with us.
That is the Facebook group One Set Fam. Again, that is the Facebook group, the number One Set Fam. Come hang with us. We'd love to talk everything wrestling with you. We got a Super Bowl we're going to talk about next week. Let us know your picks for that. Let's just save it for next time. And I love you, brother. Let's get out of here.
Dude.
Until next time,
y'all.
y'all.
Next week.